Good morning, my name is Professor Malcolm Colson and I have the honour and privilege of being the Vice-Chancellor and President here at Avondale University. It's my great pleasure to welcome you here today. Our graduands, this is probably one of the last times we will call you that, so by the time this next hour is completed, you'll be a graduate. We welcome also your families, your friends. We welcome our academic staff, particularly those who have supported you in the School of Nursing and Lifestyle Medicine, those watching online and invited guests to this very special occasion. I'd like to acknowledge our sovereign God as creator and provider of all things and respectfully acknowledge the Awabakal and Darramuragal people as the traditional custodians of the lands on which we live, work, study and worship across the Lake Macquarie and Sydney campuses. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging and extend that respect to all First Nation people. We're honoured to have with us members of the official platform party whose presence adds great significance to this celebration. A special welcome to Mr. Brett Goods, CEO of Adventist Healthcare, Mr. Tony Farrell, CEO of Lake Macquarie City Council. We're grateful for your leadership, your partnership and continued support of our university community. We extend our sincere appreciation to our generous academic prize sponsors and donors whose commitment to recognising excellence helps uplift and inspire our students each year. The 2025 year also marks the successful, conclusion of a mentoring partnership with Charles Sturt University. This partnership has been an enriching and collaborative journey, and we are deeply grateful for the expertise, generosity and spirit of collegiality they have shared with us. Graduation ceremonies are a high point of the university calendar. They're a time to celebrate the achievements of our students, and this group of students have been through a lot, and we are so proud of you for reaching this amazing milestone in your calling and nurture that God has provided to get you to this point. Undertaking a university qualification is a demanding task with lots of hard work and determination required. So well done to all the graduation students today, and thank you to your family and friends and to everyone who has helped you to be here at this moment. I now call upon Pastor Glenn Townend, the President of the South Pacific Division, to take our prayer.
Let's pray. Our God in heaven, it is really good to be here, and particularly for the graduands. Thank you that you have helped them to endure, persevere, focus and fulfil the requirements of an academic course. To go from here with knowledge of health and healthcare and how to care for patients is a really important thing. So I pray for a blessing on them as they leave, and that as we celebrate with them today, thank you that family and friends and staff are here to do that. And we thank you that you're a part of this university, and we give you honour and praise through Jesus Christ. Amen. Please be stand and we will sing the Australian national anthem.
We've golden soil Graduates can sit. Good morning. And to the nursing degree graduates, it feels like only yesterday that we were talking to each other. It was actually the day before. Look, on behalf of Avondale University, on behalf of Adventist Healthcare, it's my great pleasure to congratulate you, both nursing and also lifestyle medicine graduates, for what you've achieved through your programs. And I'm going to provide three brief things for you to think about. I'm calling them the 3 C's, and they are continuous learning, curiosity, and courage. As you move forward into your careers, those who may be already in careers, I just encourage you to think about these things. So, continuous learning. Most people talk about lifelong learning, but I had to have a C at the front. And some of you may be thinking, well, actually, I've just completed a program of learning. I'm not sure when I'll go back to further learning. I'm confident that you will, because there's many ways to learn. So formal, those of you who you're being recognised today for your formal education, but many ways to informally learn. Reading books, journals, research, whether that's electronic or hard copy, podcasts, learning by doing, hobbies, projects, experiential learning, so maybe volunteering, travelling and cultural immersion, reflective practice, you may have a strength in journaling. It's not for everyone, but it is a good strength. Feedback loops with your colleagues, setting goals, measuring against the performance. Many forms of technology to assist learning. I also wanted to talk about curiosity. So in the academic world, we talk about growth mindset. But curiosity is a really important thing for us to do, to be able to, that desire to learn, to explore, to understand new ideas, even when those ideas, those new things, might challenge you or even take you outside of your comfort zone. A really important thing for us to do if we want to make ourselves better and continue to change. And then finally, courage, both moral and professional. So moral courage I will define as choosing right over easy. And then professional courage is about challenging unsafe practice, substandard policy, or disrespectful behaviour. This is a really important thing in the bureaucratic, hierarchical health system. To use effective speaking up strategies. Now, they take time to learn, and you won't always get it right, but it's a very important thing to do. And there's a term which I'll explain called CUS, C-U-S. Please don't tell anyone that I encouraged you to use profanity or swear. But the objective here, if you're concerned, if you're uncomfortable, or you see a safety issue, you should speak up. So have a structure around this. What is the concern? What's the risk? What's the proposed fix to that risk? And then confirmation of agreement with the person you're speaking to. It's respectful, yet it's direct. And that's a very important piece to how you do that and how it's responded to from the other person. Professional, respectful. So if I can now loosely bridge that to the theme chosen for graduation. Made away. Psalms 107 verse 1, giving thanks to the Lord for his goodness and everlasting mercy. I would endorse that the things that I've just mentioned to you in review, those things around continuous learning, around how we use courage and our curiosity are all things that I think a relationship with God supports that and is that bastion of strength for you when you're in those challenging moments. So congratulations, thank you very much and have a great day.
There's much to celebrate and be thankful for today. And I would like to bring to you this morning the scripture from Psalm 107:1. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever.
Thank you, Tamara. Hi, my name's Darren, and it's a real privilege and honour for me to be able to address you this morning. I love that verse. The Lord is good, give thanks to him, his love endures forever. But I actually want to hone in on the second verse of that particular psalm. And it says, let the redeemed tell their story. You know, I don't think we do enough storytelling nowadays. So I want to share with you just 3 very brief stories in the time that we have. The first story is mine, because I know this one best. And by the way, these are 3 stories of people that are in this room today. So my story starts, I grew up in country Victoria, and all my family are tradespeople. And so I was planning on being a sparky, an electrician like my dad. And so I was sent off to Warragul Technical School, which was a fine establishment, let me assure you. All boys, it was a pretty wild existence at Warragul Tech. But anyway, during my early sort of high school years, I was gearing up to be an electrician. And in year 10, when traditionally we'd leave and go and get an apprenticeship, there were no apprenticeships available this particular year, which was highly odd because I lived in quite an industrial sort of area, part of the world. Anyway, my teacher said to me, hey, Darren, you're doing pretty well at school. Why don't you go back and do year 11? Anyway, I remember going home to mum and dad and saying, hey, the teachers, they're saying I should come back and do year 11. And I remember mum and dad, who were highly supportive. It was just a very foreign concept to them because we didn't know anyone that did anything other than sort of get an apprenticeship at the end of year 10 and go from there. They said, year 11, okay, that seems a bit odd. Why would you want to do that? And I went, well, I don't know. It's just there's no apprenticeships available this year. And so what else is there? And they said, oh, okay. So I went back and did year 11. And then at the end of year 11, believe it or not, there were no apprenticeships available once again. This is highly unusual for this part of the world that I was living in. And my teacher said to me, hey, Darren, you're actually going really well with your studies. Why don't you come back and do year 12? And I remember once again going home to mum and dad, hey, the teachers think I should go and do year 12. And they're like, year 12? Like, we didn't even know anyone who had done year 12 before. This is a really odd thing, you know, when you could be out working. And I said, well, the thing is, there are no apprenticeships available once again. And they said, oh, okay. So somewhat reluctantly, I went back and I did year 12. And in the middle of year 12, I had this defining moment for me in my story. And that was in the form of my year 12 teacher. She was the English teacher. Her name was Mrs. Roper. I don't mind speaking her name because I'm forever grateful to her. But in the middle of class, and what I remember about Mrs. Roper is she was a chain-smoking, leathery old lady. She looked like she was about 130 years old, like true story. And I remember this is the way that you got through the day at Warragul Tech. You would see her outside the classroom in the break like this, and then you hear the bell go and she'd take this really long draw like this, and then she'd put her butt out and she'd walk in and then conduct this class. Anyway, in the middle of this class one time, us boys were mucking around as we mostly did. She stopped and she looked at me and she said, "Hey Darren, what are you doing next year?" And I said, "Oh, I'm going to get an apprenticeship and be an electrician like my dad." And then she looked at me, she took the time to see me, and she said, "I'm not sure that you're meant to be an electrician." And I remember sitting in this class with a group of other guys thinking, A, why did she pick on me? And B, what on earth does that mean? And she said, "You know what, tonight I want you, as your homework task, to go home and write your personal mission statement." And I said, "I don't know what that is." She said, "Well, I want you to write one sentence, maximum 2 sentences, summating what you would love to do with your life if you could just blue sky dream it." And so I found this bit of paper that I'd written this on 25 years later. And this is what it said: "I would like to work in the health and fitness area in a position that's academically challenging, that offers an opportunity to have an impact on the lives of others." And I remember reading this 25 years later and thinking, that's still it for me. You see, what I'd identified there was what I loved, what I was passionate about, what I was good at, but more importantly, how you could use that to serve the world in some way. And I remember taking this bit of paper back to my teacher, and she, Mrs. Roper, and she looked at it, she read it, she looked at me, she read it again, and she said, "That doesn't look like an electrician. What does it look like?" And I said, "You know, if I could do anything, I'd love to be a PE teacher." And she said, "PE teacher it is. I'm going to help you get into university." And so she helped me fill out the applications, and there were 4 universities in Victoria that were offering physical education teaching, and I ranked them in the order of highest to lowest, and I got into the lowest, but I made it. And interestingly enough, in year 12 there, when I spawned this dream to become a PE teacher, someone said, "Why don't you call up Avondale College?" at the time. This was a long time back now, before many of you were born, and find out about their health and physical education course. And I said, "Okay." So I called up in year 12 and I said, "Tell me about your health and PE major." And they said, "Oh, we don't have one of them." And I remember hanging up the phone in all of my year 12 ignorance, and I said to my mum, "Can you believe this?" I said, the Adventist church, which is so big on health and well-being, that's what had attracted me to it, don't even have a major in health and physical education. I said, one day, and be careful, friends, what you wish for, one day I might need to go up and help set one of those up. Well, I got into my last choice in Victoria. I went off to Ballarat University, did my bachelor degree like you fine folk have just completed, and then got a job at a local school. It was a dream job, and then the week before it was about to start, I got a call from the school saying their student numbers had dropped off and they no longer had a position for me. And then that afternoon, I got a call from the university saying, "Hey Darren, this is a random call, but we're going to start a master's program here this year, and we're just calling our top couple of grads from last year to see if they're interested." And I went, "Well, you know what? I have no idea what a master's degree is. I don't know why I'd ever need one of those things. But right as of about 2 hours ago, I ran out of my options for what I was planning to do this year. Sign me up." And so I went back to the university for 2 years. And at the end of that year, as I was submitting my thesis, I walked into our little country church that I used to attend, and someone said, apparently Darren should look in the back of The Record, which is like a magazine that goes all around Australia, for a church magazine. And I opened this up. On the back page of the magazine, there was a little half-page spread advertisement that said, "Avondale College is seeking to establish a major in health and physical education, and they're looking for a lecturer, preferably with a master's degree in exercise sciences." And I remember looking at my mum, and she was reading the ad over my back, and over my shoulder, and she started to cry, and she said, "You're going." And that was 31 years ago that I got the appointment and came here to Avondale. You see, and I love it. And what I've learned and discovered in life is the sweet spot exists where what you're good at and what you're passionate about interacts with what serves the world. You know, that service mentality. And that is why Avondale exists, to inspire you and equip you for service. Story 1. Here's a better story. And this is one of our graduates here, sitting at the back there, Di Westaway. Di is about to graduate from a Master of Lifestyle Medicine. In 2009, I was going to say in her early 40s, but sorry, Di, if that's giving too much information because people can do sums. But she, single mum, said, you know what I'm good at is fitness stuff, you know, and what I'm passionate about is getting people to be outdoors and moving, and particularly women, and I want to do this for all the right reasons in a way that serves the world. Flash forward to today, Di launched this initiative called Coast Trek, and I know that many of you would have heard about this before. She's had over 100,000 women now participate in her events. She has raised in the process over around $60 million for charities, and in 2020 she was awarded an Order of Australia medal. Di, you are give that a round of applause. Di, you are an inspiring person, and it's been my great pleasure to be associated with you and doing what you do. But you know what? It's not just the Dis of the world. You know, you can be just like Di. You know, you can create and forge your own story, and that's the third story I want to share. The third story is your story. Right? What will your story look like? This is a chapter in it. This chapter's coming to an end, but what does the next one look like? You know, I want to encourage you to make your story stellar, right? Something that connects what you're good at with what you're passionate about, but most importantly, in some way that serves the world. And I know that the vast majority of you sitting before me now are nurses. And I want to say something directly to nurses. And I know that there may be some other nurses out here at the moment. This year, I lost my dad. Okay, and he was one of my best mates, my dad. It was in May, and the first half of this year, I spent a lot of time in hospitals. And do you know what? I would come to the hospital each day, and I could tell that the demeanour of my dad, you know, his mood state, how he was travelling, was so powerfully influenced by the nurse that was caring for him. Right? And you know what? I came to love nurses. Right? I actually just wanted to go around hugging nurses, right? So if I go and do that later to you, I apologise in advance for it. But do you know what? You know, we hear stories like Di's and, 100,000 women, and these are wonderful, but the biggest impact that you can have is on the person standing directly in front of you, right? Or lying in that bed that you're caring for, right? And it can be profoundly deep. And I want to affirm you and actually thank you in advance for the work that you're going to be doing. But you're going to have a profound impact on the lives of other people. Right? Always remember that. Right? Remember that when the days become a bit of a drudge, right? Because we've all had hard times, right? Di will share. I'm sure that I know. It's not like it's a rosy story that just climbs and escalates and goes great. I can tell you my story is the same, right? There are tough times. But amongst all of that, don't forget that the sweet spot in life is where what you're good at, what you're passionate about, and what serves the world all come together. May that be your story. And if it is your story, then you will truly give thanks like the Psalms instruct.
So this is Christ Our Wisdom, our Avondale hymn. In the chorus part, once you've heard it the first time, please feel free to join in and sing with us on the chorus.
You formed your likeness in its
the first human face. You gave us minds inspired by yours. We misused our free will. We hid, you called, you sacrificed, and showed you loved us still. Christ, God's wisdom, ever true. May our lives take after you. Be our wisdom, teach us how to know and trust and serve you now. You came to serve, heal, teach, forgive. It seemed your plan had failed. To all the world a hated fool, misunderstood and nailed. The shocking genius of your cross escapes the proud and clever, but still makes humble people wise to shine like stars forever. Christ, God's wisdom, ever true. May our lives take after you. Be our wisdom, teach us how to know and trust and serve you now. Christ, God's wisdom, ever true. May our lives take after you. Be our wisdom, teach us how to know and trust and serve you now. To know and trust and serve you now.
It is now time for presentation of the awards. Would the graduates please stand? It is my pleasure to present to you 84 candidates who have completed the requirements of their program of study. This includes 11 candidates for postgraduate coursework awards, 72 candidates for bachelor degree awards, 1 vocational education award. Pastor Glenn Townend, Chancellor and Chair of Avondale University Council. As Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic, I certify to you that the Academic Board have confirmed that the candidates before you have fulfilled the requirements of their respective degrees. Graduates, you may now be seated. And as directed by the Marshals, I invite the graduates to come forward and receive their awards. In reading over the names, I will pass over those who have notified that they are graduating in absentia. For the Master of Nursing, with distinction, Abigail Carter. For the Graduate Certificate in Nursing, Amy Robinson. For the Bachelor of Nursing, Jodie Allen. Jaira Abyss. Jaith Archer. Olivia Atack. Joel Azulay. Boa Ban. With distinction, Jasmine Bell. With distinction and a university medal, Jennifer Boscher. April Brown. Jade Byrne. Isabella Saron. Tarasai Chabata. Jaden Chan. Patrick Clark. Tracy Jura. Christian Dormitorio. Kerry Lee Dukes. With distinction, Melissa Dwyer. Amy Ferris. Ebony Fizame. Tina Francis. Chloe Garka. Patrick Garcia. Sonna George. Joanna Goodgod. Amy Hasty. Oscar Hogg. Felix Kiprop. Yulissa Laws. Zoe Lawson. Cassandra Lynch. Patrick Mason. Erin McLean. Patanan Monwanichpak. Maya Nagit. Georgia Nowlinski. Laura Marie O'Hara. With distinction, Julita Overdyke. Alyssa Palace. Sophie Pascoe. Cameron Patton. Olivia Pavitt. Stephen Pope. Myron Prasad. Trent Robertson. Dania Sabu. Gabrielle Schmidt. Vidu Sama. Sienna Shelton. Priscilla Silvera Milo Savon. With distinction, Lauren Sims. With distinction, Kate Simpson. Keisha Stewart. Sayama Sabidi. Kaylin Tams. Sreliak Teep. Veronica Vieira. Diane Villiers. Ilana Voss. Madeline Weir. Rani Muson. Caitlin Wilson. Ava Wires. Aisha Yadav. Zane Young. For the Master of Lifestyle Medicine, with distinction, Diane Westerway. For the Graduate Certificate in Lifestyle Medicine, Tina Leipen. Rhonda Piari.
Ladies and gentlemen, if this is the first part of the program you've attended over our weekend, then you've missed some amazing music. And this has been a wonderful example. It just makes a complex event like this just feel a little bit more peaceful and a little bit more perfect. So thank you so much to the performers. Ladies and gentlemen, we now arrive at another very special moment in today's ceremony, the presentation of our academic prize. Over the course of the weekend, the nursing graduates have acknowledged their prize winners earlier on in the series of events that we have run, and if you look in your program, you'll see the recipients of a number of those awards. But today we just want to continue that process of acknowledging somebody who has excelled. And so I ask Tony Farrell, the CEO of Lake Macquarie City Council, if you would come forward. Tony, I'll get you to come on down the front in the usual space. Today, although we honour one recipient, this award continues a long tradition of recognising excellence and dedication that define Avondale's educational experience. Before announcing our prize recipient, I'd like to pause and offer a heartfelt thanks to Professor Darren Morton, whose thoughts you received earlier. And so we're very grateful for your high school teachers and your mum and all the people who have helped you to be right at this place, right at this moment, to share that thought with us, Darren. But as founder and owner of the LIFT project, we just want to say, as the sponsor of this new award, we are very grateful to you and to Mrs. Sonia Rankin, who is in our congregation today. Your commitment to Avondale University is deeply appreciated. Thank you for investing in our students and in the ongoing legacy we continue to build here at Avondale through values-driven Seventh-day Adventist education. Now to the prize. The Dr. Paul Rankin Community Health Prize goes to Diane Westerway. Congratulations. Yes, after that pretty zany walk through earlier, please come and... Ladies and gentlemen, Diane Westerway.
Chancellor, Council members, distinguished guests, faculty and staff, graduates and invited guests. My name is Mel Dwyer, and it is my honour and great privilege to address you as we gather to celebrate our collective achievement as nursing and lifestyle medicine graduates. I would like to begin by acknowledging those that have carried us, encouraged us, challenged us and believed in us long before we believed in ourselves. To the team at Avondale University, we could not have completed these past 3 years without you. To our faculty and lecturers who thoughtfully curated every unit, answered our endless questions and gave so generously of their time. To the incredible administration and library teams who tirelessly worked behind the scenes to support us. To the clinical office and clinical facilitators who coordinated placements, ensuring we had the richest possible learning experiences, and walked beside us through more than 800 hours of clinical practice. Thank you all for helping us grow from terrified first years into nursing graduates who are safe, competent, compassionate and ready. The Sydney Adventist Hospital has been our second home, nurturing our growth into confident clinicians and critical thinkers. I would like to acknowledge and thank Brett Goods, CEO of Adventist Healthcare. We are deeply grateful for the ongoing support and collaboration between the university and the hospital, a partnership that enriches our education and strengthens our profession. To our family and friends, thank you for being our strength on the days we wanted to quit, when the workload felt overwhelming, the tears plentiful, and the moments of self-doubt were more than we would like to admit. Thank you for your patience, your sacrifices, your encouragement, and your unwavering belief in us. We would not be sitting here today without you. We are a beautifully diverse cohort representing different faiths, cultures, and beliefs. Yet we sit here united by compassion, by service, and by the shared privilege of nursing. Our graduating passage, Psalm 107:1, give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, his love endures, speaks to God's faithfulness, love, and dependability today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Whether you approach this verse from a place of faith or reflection, its essence reflects the character we aspire to embody as nurses: dependability, trustworthiness, and faithfulness in our care of others. Our graduation motto, Made a Way, captures our journey perfectly. Over the past 3 years, we have certainly made a way through literal blood, sweat, tears, and other bodily fluids, occasionally unsure whether they belong to us or our patients. We made a way through medication calculations, manual blood pressures, handover, science and chemistry, night shift, and the dreaded group assignments. Most importantly, we made a way together, supporting, encouraging, and lifting one another up, especially when it all felt too hard. As nurses, we are made a certain way: resilient, compassionate, inquisitive, and determined. I'm reminded of Maya Angelou's words: people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. This is the heart of nursing. This is the legacy we leave with every patient, every family, and every interaction. When there are moments you think, I can't do this, shifts that break your heart, and patients who more than test your patience, remember your purpose, remember your why. Remember that you made a way to here and that you will make a way forward. Nursing is a lifelong journey, one that will take us across all facets of healthcare, to all corners of the world, and places we cannot yet imagine. It will challenge, stretch, and change us, and in turn, we will change others, often in ways we will not fully know. And look at us now, in our graduation regalia, tassels firmly on the left. No more faking it until we make it, because we have made it. As a nursing trailblazer and pioneer, Florence Nightingale reminds us how very little can be done under the spirit of fear. Avondale nursing class of 2025, be brave, be confident. You are capable, skilled, compassionate, and so very ready to be world changers and the most amazing nurses. Congratulations, and may we go forward with courage, compassion, and purpose. Thank you.
If I could please ask all graduates to please stand for the reading of the Nurses' Pledge. And for all nurses that might be present with us today, both previous and current, to please also rise. In full knowledge of the obligations I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all the skill and understanding I possess, without regard to race, creed, colour, politics, or social status, sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care, holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me, and refraining from any action which might endanger life or health. I will endeavour to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level and to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the health team. I will do my utmost to honour the International Code of Ethics and to uphold the integrity of the professional nurse. I'd like to ask the audience to please be seated and the graduates to also be seated. Thank you.
And to close, I invite you to bow your heads as I say benedictory prayer. Lord, we give thanks to you, for you are good and your love endures forever. Lord, you're campaigning for good in this world, and the mystery is that you use us to do it. And so I want to pray for every person here, not just the graduates, but all of us, to take responsibility for doing our creative best. Lord, may you impress upon us the things that you want us to do, using our talents, our passions, in a way that serves this world that needs to be served. We thank you for these people before us, for the work that they will do, and may their story may it be one that's stellar and full of service. We ask in your name. Amen.
Firstly, let me just thank everybody for your participation. Thank you for the amazing words, Mel. Thank you for the pledge and the way that was it does inspire us to be people who are the very, very best, whose values will come through in everything we do and say. So thank you very much to our representatives who have spoken so well. In just a few moments, we will have our recessional, and we would like the staff who are on the platform with us to form an honour guard as the students come out. You are no longer students. You're graduates. You are finished. To the people who've supported you, good luck if you hope that's the last thing you'll ever have to do by way of financial help and other assistance and support. But we congratulate this wonderful group. We would like the graduates to head straight to College Hall, where we want to take some photographs before you all end up catching up with family. So we just ask family, allow them a couple of moments to go to College Hall, get the photographs done. As soon as we have completed the recessional, we would love this group to head outside. We do have a follow-up program in a little time, and we need to both clean and clear the church, and we also need to declutter the car park, if that is possible, please. While you wait, you are more than welcome to come and purchase refreshments from 7 at Avondale, or just relax around the campus. The rain has made the campus look truly beautiful, and so just enjoy a moment or two of that. And I would now ask the graduates and staff to stand while we commence the recessional.